I have spent the last couple of years doing a PhD on creativity. Should mean that I've got creativity figured out, but I don't. What I've learned is that it's messy, it's uncertain, and it's something that happens with practice. My research is looking at DIY music making. People who are modifying instruments, making their own, creating things out of scrap. I've talked to artists who have soldered synths on their kitchen tables, recorded albums on secondhand Amigas, made music with the sounds that printers make, broke toys, swapped schematics on building boards, and made machines that panicked airport security. What I actually found were people who didn't wait for permission. They were making, breaking, sharing, fixing. They were making things because they needed something they couldn't get. Either it was too expensive or it just didn't exist. So they were making something that could realize the sound in their head, the idea they wanted to create. It wasn't about pleasing anyone. It was about chasing something that didn't exist yet. So here's what I actually learned about creativity. 6 lessons that showed up no matter who I was talking to. Some of the most inventive artists I met had the least resources. They had broken gear or no gear. Constraints don't close things off. They focus the attention and they spark ideas. When you have limits, you start listening differently to accidents, to noise, to possibility. Paul McCartney once said that experimenting was simply part of the Beatles' practice. We didn't work music, we play music. That line has stuck with me. When you build or modify something, you're not just making an object. You're thinking through materials. Every wrong connection, every short circuit, every bug, every weird noise it makes, it's all part of the idea. That's what I love about tinkering. We're playing, we're thinking. The process is the thinking. We spend so much time waiting to be good at something before we start, but actually the only way to get good at something is starting. Break things, fail, keep going anyway. Creative work is like a loop. You tweak, you record, you erase, you start again. Maybe that's the point. It's not about arriving somewhere perfect, it's about staying in motion. Every version just opens another door. It's not always going to be an opera or a grandmaster, something canonized. It might be the way a billboard is ripped, or the sound of the train going over the tracks, or a TV show that's more interesting than it's going to admit. Don't write things off because you think they aren't art. Ideas hide in plain sight. You just got to stay tuned in. Don't wait until you know everything. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Pick up what's around you and just begin. Because starting, even clumsy starting, is how something becomes real. Remember, creativity isn't a solved problem, it's practice. Go make a mess. Go break something. Go learn something really quickly so you can get into a project. Basically, just go experiment.